I am currently accepting applications for new friends. But I have so many challenges ahead of me. First and foremost, I'm horrible at first impressions, or so my ex-girlfriends have told me, and prior bosses, and neighbors, and complete strangers who just felt compelled to tell me that. I'm not intentionally mean or anything, I just don't get social norms. And it certainly doesn't help that my default face makes me look like someone ran over my foot and drove away. This is my default face. Very unapproachable. I've heard my friends giving disclaimers about me before I arrive somewhere. Look, I'm sorry, my friend's in the car, he's coming in, but he looks very judgmental, very opinionated and mean. But once you get to know him, you just tolerate it. I heard my friend Henry saying that at a party that I was invited to. That's a true disclaimer and not the first and only, I assure you. I am civil, but I am not civilized. I still have no idea what fork goes with what food. I'm horrible at small talk. I'm not inclined to talk about the weather or TV shows, nor have I ever been known to regurgitate news and disguise it as conversation. I don't have social media, so if someone wants to follow me, they have to walk pretty fast. And not being on social media means that people can't get a head start on getting to know me. If they want to know anything about me, my favorite food, the places I travel, they have to do something extremely uncomfortable. They have to ask me to my face. Weird world we live in. Speaking of face, I'm working on my appearance, truthfully. Being very vulnerable about that. But with masks, people just see my eyebrows, and it comes as a surprise to me, but I seem to have very unapproachable eyebrows. Trying my best. Getting people to get close to you, both physically and metaphorically, emotionally, is really difficult these days. Venues are opening up, but people are shutting in and shutting out. If I go too long without talking, without actually having interaction and conversation, without socializing, it only gets more awkward and more challenging. So I came up with a strategy to try and meet new people, and I want to share some of those ideas with you today because they might pose some use for you. First and foremost, start off easy. Practice conversation skills on telemarketers. I don't know about you, but my phone rings constantly with people trying to sell me senior benefits, which I will not qualify for decades, or looking to extend my vehicle's warranty, not knowing I don't have a vehicle to give a warranty to. Now, the great thing is, as long as you are not vulgar, and you continue to show little bits of interest throughout the conversation about whatever they're looking to sell, they are obligated to continue communicating to you. So while they are telling you about the benefits of their service or product, you can tell them all about how horrible your day has been, how challenging it is to work from home, how difficult it's been to try and get along with your family, and they will listen. Not voluntarily, but again, if you don't hang up, they won't hang up. So nice and easy. Then let's go ahead and broaden just a bit and start working within our own area. I thought, practice on my neighbors. I figured I've been using my neighbor's Wi-Fi for the last 2 years. It made sense to try and at least say hello to her. But before I could do that, I wanted to get the edge and find out a little bit more about her. Here's what I can tell you about my upstairs neighbor. She has chosen not to replace the battery on her smoke alarm for 3 months. She also elects to wear boots inside her home, never slippers or socks or as it sounds. And she loves wind chimes. Does she love wind chimes? They are amazing. And on a windy day, it's just so majestic. All 6 of them in unison. So I tried with my next door neighbor. What do I know about them? Well, they have a very agile cat that loves to run into my house. They only clean if there's Led Zeppelin playing really, really loud. And then there was this amazing time where I was able to put what I learned into use. It was around the time of Hurricane Ida. And I'll never forget it. They asked me one of the most profound questions. They knocked on my door. I opened the door and they asked me, have you also lost power? I mean, in retrospect, they were talking about electricity, but in that moment, I was just like, thank you. I also feel weak. It's great that we're opening up. Let's talk a little bit. Oh no, you want to retreat back inside your house. That's good. Okay. So then we move along. I have a few coworkers, and they will tell you, I grew up being told that you can become more comfortable communicating with people if you imagine them in their underwear. Have you guys all heard that? Great. Well, the meetings at my job are all via Zoom. They're all very early, and everyone's cameras are off. I don't have to imagine that my coworkers are in their underwear. They have not gotten dressed yet. They are definitely in their underwear. Now, we don't have the wonderful sort of water cooler conversations anymore where we can talk about people's body odor or anything like that. I find our conversations are becoming a little bit more incisive, a little bit more personal. Mostly the idea that we'd like to quit and just not work there anymore, which we all unanimously agree on. There we are, common ground. So telemarketers, neighbors, co-workers, and perhaps passerbys. You could try my tactic where I wear extremely colorful clothing so that I become a little bit more approachable. I don't get any compliments, but people will sometimes comment on the things I've chosen to adorn myself with. So as I said, I am currently accepting applications. Thank you.